Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2020. 2020, 2020. I guess both are acceptable. Happy New Year to you and yours. And let's get this year off to a rocking start. So last night I'm at a New Year's Eve party with some friends, and I asked somebody, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Are you watching the bowl games? He's like, of course. Because I personally never really been into college football, so I don't really watch them. I used to go over with some friends back in the day, and I even remember that we would rent out a hotel room because we got too rowdy for all the wives. And so we would rent out a hotel room, and I was one of those, hey, can you bring a TV? Sid is here, Happy New Year. So we'd have 3 TVs going, and games were all on. I knew nothing about them, but it was just fun to be with the guys. So I was like, hey, are you watching the games? And he was like, yeah, of course, yeah. And I'm like, how many are there? They seem like they go on forever, and there's all kinds. And he was like, oh, yeah, I've been watching them for weeks or whatever. And I was like, they have some crazy names. Like back in the day, when I was a kid, there was the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl. There was one Astro Bluebonnet Bowl. There was a corporate name in there, Bluebonnet. I think it was Bluebonnet Margarine. Otherwise, there were no corporate names in anything back then. And now I was remarking to him that not only are there corporate names, but it seems like some of the bowls have only a corporate name, right? So I understand there's the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. It's held right here in Tempe, Arizona, and and I don't know the names of any of the others, but there's like the so-and-so Sugar Bowl and the so-and-so whatever bowl. But then there's some bowls that are just the corporation name. How blatantly, like just the corporate name. So he whips out his phone, and he pulls up a website, and he starts reading off some of the name of these bowls, and he doesn't know any of them. Nobody knows. Somebody else is there. He doesn't know any of them. And I'm like, there was I know AT&T had one. Northwestern Mutual had one. One was the San Diego County Credit Union. Are you kidding me? Like, how many people can even belong to that? I mean, if you're gonna sponsor a bowl game, put up all that money, don't you think you'd have a target market larger than just one county of the whole country? That was kind of crazy. So AT&T, okay, maybe it makes sense for them. Or Northwestern Mutual, or I don't remember any of these, the rest of them. And I said to him, a week from now I could ask you, you wouldn't remember the name of any of these. And so that's the business lesson. I have myself, and I know a lot of business owners, it's a smart move to sponsor events, but here's the key. You don't want to just sponsor the event and just give them money and just have your name and your logo on the program or on the website or something. You want to negotiate perks and investigate. Often there are other perks, and you want to look into that. So you don't want to just be a name sponsor. Say it's a conference. You want to be a sponsor that also gets some time on the stage. Even if it's 30 seconds, 1 minute. You get to throw out an irresistible offer to get everyone to run over to your booth on the next break. So you want those perks to make it worthwhile for the sponsorship. So you want to be able to give out the tote bags that everyone will have all their stuff in, walking around all the time. They'll go home, they'll see that tote bag, they'll remember you, and if you have a good irresistible offer and call to action on it, they might even go to your website or give you a call from the tote bag. So you want to negotiate or look for these kind of perks. Speaking on the stage, getting your own breakout session, getting a special mention or a special something dedicated to you, or you get to give away the water bottles with your name and your irresistible offer and your call to action on it, that kind of stuff. Because just putting the name on things, be careful. AT&T and Northwestern Mutual and companies with deep pockets and nothing better to do with them and don't know what the heck they're doing, and the people that are in charge of their marketing are people that got marketing degrees, have never run their own business, have never spent their own dime on the marketing. They don't actually care if it works or not. Big deal. They say stupid things like, it'll take years for this awareness campaign to see if it pays off. So they keep their job for years after an egregiously horrible mistake with saying, hey, let's give $500,000 to the Rose Bowl so we get the naming rights. It'll take years, they decide, to figure out whether that worked or not. So the person got their nice 6-figure marketing job with a big company for years, and then they moved on to another big company. So there's no accountability for that kind of marketing advertising. So you can't copy what the big companies do with their big unaccountable budgets. Small business owners, if you're watching this, that ought to be you. We're watching where every penny goes, and we want to track every penny, and we want to make it work. So sponsorships can work. Got to do them the right way. If you want help with them, help with anything to do with advertising, marketing, sales of your business. Not selling your business, sales in your business. You go, as always, to helpfromsteve.com. Even in the new decade, that's the same website to go to. Helpfromsteve.com, and I will give you some personal help and get this year off to a roaring start. Let's do it in 2020, folks. I'll be back tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. Thanks for watching today. If you're watching the bowl games, enjoy whatever they are and whoever's naming them, and quiz whoever you're with, or quiz yourself a week from now and see if you remember any of the ridiculous names of these companies and their bowl games. Like, good luck to that. Catch you tomorrow. Over and out.